today's session. Today I am going to discuss about the diesel cycle and what are the processes involved in diesel cycle. First let's move on to this. The diesel cycle. In this diesel cycle, the processes involved are the first one. It starts with the adiabatic compression. Adiabatic compression process. Okay, it's a constant pressure heat addition. Constant pressure heat addition process. 3 to 4 is adiabatic expansion process. And finally, 4 to 1. Here the heat is rejected at a constant volume. Let's take it as a QR. Okay. So the number of processes are 4. It's a closed loop one. It is same like as constant volume heat addition as well as constant pressure heat addition. Okay. In Otto cycle, the heat addition process is taken place at constant volume, but in diesel cycle, it is taken place at a constant pressure. That is the only difference in the processes. Okay. And the other processes are same for both Otto cycle and the diesel cycle. Now, the thing is, we are going to draw PV-TS diagram. According to the processes, we are going to draw. First, PV diagram. Let's take pressure y-axis, volume in x-axis. So, we start with the point 1 to 2. Adiabatic compression process, so that the pressure is going on increasing. And the second one is 2 to 3. This is a heat addition process at a constant pressure. The pressure is maintained constant, so it is a horizontal line. And the third one, 3 to 4. 3 to 4 is a adiabatic expansion process, so that the volume gets increasing and the pressure gets decreasing in 3 to 4. The first point will be here. And 4 to 1 is a constant volume process, here which the heat is rejected. Q off. Okay. So 1 to 2 is adiabatic compression, 2 to 3 is constant pressure heat addition, where the heat is supplied, and 3 to 4 here the expansion process is taken place adiabatically, and 4 to 1 here the heat is rejected at a constant volume. Okay. For this process, how to draw the TS diagram, that is temperature versus entropy for adiabatic process, adiabatic compression. So 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 is heat addition process, and 3 to 4 is adiabatic expansion process, and 4 to 1 is heat is rejected. Okay, this is adiabatic compression. So in adiabatic, the entropy is constant. This is called a reversible process. A reversible adiabatic process is called isentropic process, where entropy is maintained constant. And 2 to 3 is a heat addition process, in which the temperature goes on increasing. And 3 to 4 is also an adiabatic process. Okay, here entropy is maintained constant, and this 4 to 1 where the heat is rejected, so temperature will drop. Okay, so this is TS diagram. According to the process only, the PV-TS diagram has been drawn. Now let's move on to finding the heat addition and the heat rejection. So heat supply. Heat supply, which is Qs, it can be formed of like Mc into delta T. Okay. So it can be written as Mc, where the heat supply process is maintained during this pressure is maintained constant. The specific heat is Cp and the temperature difference T minus, that is. So here let's go to T addition, temperature T3 minus T2, which should be a positive value. The difference is T3 minus T2. This is Qs. And what about the heat rejected? Heat rejected, which is denoted by QR. Same thing, NCP or NCP into delta T. So here the process is constant volume process. So it will be taken as MCV into temperature difference T4 minus T1. Because this 4 to 1 will be the heat rejection process, T4 minus T1 I have to take. This is QR. So in general, the efficiency is equal to output by input, where output is here work done and the input is heat supply. Work done is nothing but the useful amount of heat energy is utilized during this process. So that it should be written as total amount of heat supplied and the amount of heat rejected. Just subtract this one, will get the Qs minus QR will be the work done. Okay. And Qs, you can substitute this one, QR, you can substitute this one. So finally, by simplification, I just give you the expression for this efficiency of diesel cycle. So efficiency of diesel cycle is equal to 1 minus 1 by RC power gamma minus 1 into rho power gamma minus 1 by gamma into rho minus 1. Okay, and here multiplied by 100 will be given as in terms of percentage. Okay, here 1 minus 1 by RC power gamma minus 1 into rho power gamma minus 1 by gamma into rho minus 1. Here only two parameters are involved in finding this efficiency of diesel cycle. What are they? One is compression ratio, that is RC, is called as compression ratio. So compression ratio is nothing but the total volume of the cylinder to the stroke volume. Okay. So we can write it as Vc plus Vs divided by Vc. Okay. And here this is the clearance volume, and this one from the start of the cycle to the end of the cycle, the output of the volume is called the stroke volume. So this is something that V1 by V2 will be the compression ratio. Okay. Another one is called the rho. What is rho here? Rho is called cutoff ratio. Okay. Rho equal to cutoff ratio. How can we define this cutoff ratio? How can we identify? Okay. The cutoff ratio is also the ratio of volumes. The volume material. Okay. Let's consider only the heat supply process. Okay. So the volume at which the heat supplied is stopped. Okay. So you can consider only the heat supply process, that is 2 to 3. So I can have the volume at the point 3. That means at this point only the heat supply is stopped, and then it starts at point 2. So simply I can write this cutoff ratio is equal to V3 by V2. Okay. So this is the cutoff ratio. And what is the effect of compression ratio and the cutoff ratio in efficiency? Okay. So you can have, if compression ratio is increasing, what happens in efficiency? If RC increases, the efficiency of diesel cycle also increases, and similarly it decreases, it also decreases. If compression ratio decreases, the efficiency of diesel cycle also decreases. Likewise, the effect of compression ratio in cutoff ratio. Okay, let's take cutoff ratio. If cutoff ratio increases, okay, efficiency of diesel cycle also is not increasing, actually it is inversely proportional. Okay, it will decrease. Okay, if cutoff ratio, because cutoff ratio is nothing but where the heat supply is stopped, that point is we are going to consider. If heat supply is stopped, the amount of heat energy is minimized. Okay, that is the restriction. So the amount of heat energy is limited, so we will not get a more amount of power output, so that the efficiency will be dropped down. Okay, in this point of view, the cutoff ratio increases, the efficiency of the diesel cycle will decrease, and if cutoff ratio is decreasing, and the efficiency of the diesel cycle will increase. Okay, so this is the effect of cutoff ratio to the efficiency of diesel cycle. This is the effect of compression ratio to the efficiency. Okay, so today's class is okay. We can conclude up to this one. So I will summarize once again. In this class, we have discussed the processes involved in diesel cycle. Okay, and according to the processes, we are drawing the PV diagram as well as TS diagram, from which the heat supplied and the heat rejected we can identify, through which the relation of efficiency of the diesel cycle can be found out. It is a derivation, but we cannot I can give here. I can give the final answer on here, the efficiency of the diesel cycle. And after that, in the diesel cycle, two parameters are involved which determines the efficiency of the diesel cycle. One is compression ratio and another is the cutoff ratio. Okay, and what are the effects? If compression ratio increases, what happens in the efficiency? If cutoff ratio increases, what happens in the efficiency? As well as in decreasing of compression ratio, decreasing of cutoff ratio, what will be the effect in the efficiency of the diesel cycle? So that is the thing we have discussed in this class. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. Thank you.